Welcome back to Mock the Mock, where we take a look at someone else's mock draft and I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions. We're taking a look at Lance Zierlein's mock draft 2.1. I don't know how he got to those numbers, but we're here. But what's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. As always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. We will have a walk the mock tonight, so hopefully you could be there for that. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right. So we got Will Anderson. So the Bears staying put at 1. I'm assuming there's no trades in this one. So the quarterbacks put on a show in the 2023 NFL Scouting Combine, thus increasing the critical position supply, inherently lowering the demand for pick 1. And in the current uncertainty surrounding Jalen Carter, the Chicago Bears ultimately stay put and grab this draft's top edge rusher. So there might be trades later on this one. That's something to keep an eye out. But the Bears, they go ahead and grab Will Anderson. Again, yeah, I get it with the uncertainty surrounding Jalen Carter. Much like with Todd McShay's, let's see how far he falls in this one. The Houston Texans stay put. They take Bryce Young, top passer in this draft. If you hate the size, then you're probably not a fan of him, which I think is fine and okay. It is what it is. For those that don't find his size to be such a big issue that they're willing to bet on at least the arm talent there, then yeah, Bryce Young's probably your top quarterback. I think he's the best passer in this class. Whether like you can make points where like guys have maybe bigger arms, but no one's more accurate. No one's more accurate. No one's more I would say processes the field as quickly as Bryce Young. He's just got that gravitas, that composure, that poise in the pocket, and he can improvise on a dime. So there are trades in this mock draft because the Raiders just moved up, trade with the Cardinals. So okay, so the Bears stay put at 1 because I guess Zierlein's saying here that the demand at quarterback's a little less because the guy's kind of like he feels encouraged by what he saw at the combine, that the discrepancy from quarterback 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 isn't so huge that teams will be offering the bank to move up. And if they move past, like if they move below the Cardinals, then they're likely not getting Will Anderson. So you probably be looking for, okay, let's see if we could trade back further, get more capital. So okay, I can see the logic there. The Raiders move up. I don't know. He doesn't display what they get, but they move up against CJ Stroud. I think that's a good pick there for Josh McDaniels and company. Moving up and grabbing Stroud for their QB of the future. Yeah, he doesn't list trade details, so he's just included a trade here. So cool. They get Stroud. For a lot of people, he could be quarterback 1, quarterback 2. Some people have him as quarterback 3. All right, we got pick 4 here being the Colts. This is Richardson or Levis, right? And it's, in fact, Anthony Richardson. So they go ahead, grab their quarterback of the future. Coach Shane there gets a guy who, similarly to Hurts, can hurt you with his legs. Richardson probably more so, but obviously Hurts is the better passer at this point, obviously. But Richardson, I think, a solid pickup here. I'm more okay with this now than I was probably a few weeks ago with Richardson going here. I think it's a good fit considering the coach. I feel like then they might blow certain portions of this team up, whether it's like DeForest Buckner, Ryan Kelly. You could say Stephon Gilmore, because it's not a win now team at this moment. All right, pick 5, the Seattle Seahawks stay put, take Jalen Carter. I think me and him are on the same wavelength here. So let's see. The Seahawks, they acknowledge they need to get better up front to stop the run following Carter's arrest last week. We obviously have to see how this situation plays out over the next couple of months, which is true. I think there's enough grace period where this could play out and teams could get kind of a final answer like, okay, let's just go ahead, let's snag this guy. The repercussions aren't maybe as dire, or we feel that, or maybe just more information comes out about the situation in general, or at least Carter's involvement in that situation. I don't think Carter falls out of the top 5. That's just my opinion right now. Obviously, it can change with more information coming out. And then the Detroit Lions take Devon Witherspoon. So Witherspoon still remaining cornerback 1 here for Zierlein. So the 6th pick would seem like a ripe trade-in spot to get the last of the big 4 quarterbacks, but Detroit sits tight, grabs a ball hawking corner out of Illinois. I mean, I think, he plays in a skill set that he has a skill set that favors what Aaron Glenn has been doing with that squad there. So I'm cool with that. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I bought a new toilet, and I just got an email verifying it'll be delivered tomorrow. Yay me. No, we in our bedroom, we accidentally cracked the tank. The little thing behind, the little porcelain thing you lay your back on when you're popping a squat, and it's probably more information than I need to give out, but yeah, so I had to replace that thing, cracked all the way through. So yeah, I have to get a new toilet. So yay me. that's where this ad revenue is going, to make sure I get a new porcelain throne. But I'm fine with that. For me, it's Christian Gonzalez. Like, really, until Witherspoon tests out, I think I'm going to stick with Gonzalez. I've had Gonzalez basically through most of this process as my cornerback 1. And then the Arizona Cardinals, they traded back here. They're taking Tyree Wilson. So I think it's A-okay, especially with Chicago taking Will Anderson, staying put at 1. Maybe assuming you could get Tyree Wilson a little bit further down the board, you make this move. I think Cardinals are in a good spot to trade down. So they grab Wilson, who's a bit unpolished as a pass rusher, but he's got production. We know he's going to be a very good run defender. He's got a versatile body as well. So good on them. Atlanta Falcons, what do they do here? They take my boy Myles Murphy. So this is... What is all this explanation? Okay. As I mentioned at the top of the file. Oh, crap. I didn't read the top of the file. I originally had Atlanta trade this pick in exchange for Lamar Jackson. Oh, so he had to call an audible after he put this mock out when Atlanta pulled out of the Lamar sweepstakes. So... Oh, okay, that's fine. So they get Myles Murphy here. Myles Murphy, I think his testing's going to be big. I think Clemson tests on the 13th of March. No, it's not the 13th. It is the... here it is, the 14th. So the Clemson Pro Day will be on the 14th of March, and Myles Murphy will test out there because he did tweak something the night before workouts. So I'm kind of eager to see what his workouts are in comparison to guys like Tyree Wilson, who again didn't work out. I don't know when his pro day is, and Lucas Van Ness, who did work out. Let's go ahead and figure that out. Texas Tech, March 29th. Freaking A, dude. These pro days are so far. Well, I mean, I guess this means just more for us to talk about during the draft process. All right, so the pass rush. I think pass rush is a big thing for Atlanta. The Carolina Panthers take Will Anderson. Kind of obvious at this point. Carolina probably wants to come out of this class, like this draft, with a quarterback. Will Anderson makes it here, 2-9 for them. Good for them. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're going with Christian Gonzalez. Everyone is kind of projecting a cornerback at the spot because I think it makes the most sense. I know fans out there like, Oh, we don't draft cornerback in the first round. Well, you freaking should. James Bradbury is a free agent. They just gave Darius Slay the A-OK to go seek a trade, though I think that's really just to kind of negotiate an extension with him that won't, like, they're kind of hoping the money will go down in terms of what he's asking for an extension. But regardless, like, Barry's gone. Like, Bradbury's gone. Who do you have behind him? Your quarterback depth sucks. There, I said it. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Everything I'm saying, I'm Super Saiyan like Goku. Childish Gambino. Hashtag bars, baby. Oh, gosh. People are going to be like, man, him with this over-the-top YouTuber personality. Nah, dude, this is how I am. This is how I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry most people can't match my hype. This is what I do. All right, so they go Peter Skoronski. Okay, the Titans, I can see them leaning towards alignment with better length. Paris Johnson, Broderick Jones, but Skoronski entered the league with the most polish. Most definitely. Like, he's a good athlete. I think he can be powerful. At the point of attack, it's just that length kind of hurts him in terms of trying to be the first to get to the point of attack. You get a more versatile player here, though. Paris Johnson has played guard before, so it's like, I don't know. I think they go with one of the guys that project better at tackle. That's just my opinion. The Houston Texans take Lucas Van Ness. This is another one I can see happening because DeMeco Ryans likes to build defenses from the inside out, or at least that's what we've seen in terms of the help me. How the Niners build a defense. There we freaking go. So I think defense, maybe linebacker, maybe defensive line will be this pick here for the Texans. Broderick Jones does go here to the Jets. Wow, over Paris Johnson? Paris Johnson's still on the board, correct? All right, well, regardless, they grab Broderick Jones. For me, Paris Johnson is the top tackle in this class. I think he just projects the best. He's got a high ceiling. Jones has a high ceiling, but I think Johnson is more polished. But no, yeah, Paris Johnson's still on the board here. And I say that because I got a sneak peek at the Patriots pick, and they took Darnell Wright over Paris Johnson. How do you, out of the blue, mention Paris Johnson as one of the top tackles in this class at pick 11, and then you don't pick him at 14? How, Sway, how? Tackle could be a big option here, as we know Isaiah Wynn will hit free agency. Trent Brown, he's often not healthy, but the play was kind of whatever. This past season was up and down, so I don't mind this pick here. I think you go a variety of different ways. Joey Porter also makes sense. Some people would love for them to get playmakers. That's just not something we've seen from the Patriots over the long Bill Belichick era, the reign of terror, I like to call it as a Dolphins fan. All right, the Green Bay Packers take Michael Mayer. Robert Tonyan is a free agent. A lot of people like mocking tight end here to this pick. I don't. Mayer, I'm not overreacting to the combine. I will say that. Like, for me, Mayer is still like, I want him at tight end 1. Dalton Kincaid's pro day is going to be huge, because I think that's the only guy that really has a shot at overtaking Michael Mayer. But from what we saw from the pro day, I don't think Michael Mayer is a top 20 talent any longer. That's my case. I'm making. Like, you saw the numbers, they're like, yeah, like, they're not bad. You've seen guys like Mark Andrews test out with similar numbers. However, it's like Michael Mayer did it at 249 opposed to the 265 he was supposedly playing at Notre Dame. He'll probably be like a 255 guy consistently, I imagine. You may not like, it's not a huge, like, he's not like a high-end athlete, but that's fine. But see, fine, I don't think fine should go in the top 20. That's the problem I kind of have with this pick. All right, the Washington Commanders are taking... By the way, man, doesn't this look like buff Zac Efron? And I say buff because, like, Zac Efron could definitely... No, Zac Efron, man, we've seen that cat toned out. Like, dude, Michael Mayer looks like he belongs in like High School Musical or is like some role in a high school film. He looks like your typical jock. Good looking man. Good looking man. All right. Watch Commanders take Paris Johnson. All right. I already hate this first sentence. The Washington has multiple needs along the offensive line, but this pick would allow the Commanders to move Sam Cosmi to guard. Shut up. Get out of here. Samuel Cosmi was very good at right tackle. He's a guy you should be moving with forward at left tackle. If you feel like Paris Johnson could be an upgrade, I feel like he'd be an upgrade more over Leno. You got this promise at right tackle. What the heck are we even talking about? What the heck are we even doing? Like, I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with it. Just because he has the flexibility. Like, I guess you can move, like... I just don't like it. I'm just going to stick with that. Yo! The Steelers don't take Joey Porter with him on the board. They take Deonte Banks instead. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Dang. Dang. And we ain't talking about blanks. So Banks obliterated the test in Indy. Many people anticipate he would. Pushing himself up the draft board. His scheme versatility gives the Steelers coverage flexibility. All right. Cool. That's fine. I think you could throw Cam Smith into the run-in as that next tier, guys. But, like, for me, it's still Porter over Banks. But get used to seeing Banks go in this, like, mid-first round area. A lot of people are going to be putting him there. All right, Bijan Robinson going to the Lions. I know a lot of people like the idea of Bijan going to Detroit. They don't necessarily have to bring back Jamal Williams, but they can. Even if they do, like, Bijan could still be in play here because of DeAndre Swift, man. That dude's hurt a ton. So, like, Bijan feels like a luxury pick here, but it kind of is a luxury pick because you have 2 first-round draft picks. So, yeah. Joey Porter goes to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jamil Dean's free agent. Sean Murphy-Bunting's a free agent. They have no one but Carlton Davis out there at corner unless something happens with Zach McCullen, the Sam Houston State guy they drafted like in the 5th round or something, right? Was it 5th? Maybe 4th? I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah, Joey Porter, this is a really good value here. Holy moly, the Seattle Seahawks go with Quentin Johnston. Yo, this is like balls on the table. I like this. So you take Quentin Johnston, you pair him up with DK. You have Tyler Lockett who can play in the slot. Like, it's fine. Like, he's interchangeable inside and outside. Like, yo, get Geno that firepower. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, Quentin Johnston's my guy, man. Los Angeles Chargers take Jackson Smith and Jigba. I legit think they need a speed guy. And JSN did not test in the 40, which I assume the 40 is not going to be spectacular, which is what a lot of people harp on. I don't think he could be a full-time outside receiver. I think regardless, you take advantage of him in the slot. He's going to be like, I think he can be an elite slot player. So, like, and it's not like I'm saying he can never play on the outside. I'm looking at like a Cooper Kupp 65 slot, 35 outside. They talk about Keenan Allen here. I know they just restructured his contract to keep him with the squad. So I think, if anything, they're looking for speed with this pick. If they go with receiver, obviously. See what the Baltimore Ravens do. They go with Zay Flowers, so we see a run on receivers. So with the quarterback, they are now letting test the market, though the market's small. Honestly, it's kind of a boss move by the Ravens. They're like, yo, we're not giving you Watson money. Like, if you want to go out and see if someone else will give you Watson money, then fine. Here's the non-exclusive franchise tag. You go talk to other teams. We guarantee you ain't going to see similar money, and whatever a team offers you, we're just going to match it because we're fully confident that, because no one's trying to pay Deshaun Watson money. It was a foolish thing to begin with, making that thing fully guaranteed. But regardless, they grab Lamar, who I assume stays anyway. A new weapon in Zay Flowers, especially with Devin Duvernay being a free agent after this season. Zay Flowers is already a good upgrade. Then Keon White going to the Vikings. We know the Zadarius Smith news. He wants to be traded or released, and the Vikings were like, oh, hell no. Guess we could try to trade you. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, they grab Keon White, who's kind of a similar mold in terms of how you can use Keon White. It's very similar to like how to utilize the Zadarius Smith. I'm trying to think any other guys I might like here, because we're talking about a lot of more undersized pass rushers at this point. Maybe you go with like Eddie Barrier, Brian Brazee. I don't know. I think there's two guys there that you could maybe like have fun with. I mean, I'd like corner here for the Vikings, add more talent, but it is what it is. Jacksonville Jaguars take Kalijah Kancey. Listen, if you're not new to the channel, you know Eddie Bari is my Kalijah Kancey in this class. How everyone like loves Kalijah Kancey. I'm that way with Eddie Bari. And you'd be like, well, Kalijah Kancey mainly played on the outside, doesn't have the production of a Kalijah Kancey who played inside primarily. But it's like, I mean, Adibari was such a versatile body. He was being asked to play multiple positions and do a variety of different things. I think he gives you a more of a floor in terms of what you're getting. I think he's a much safer prospect. Came in with better testing than Kancey. Came in with longer arms than Kancey, and for all intents and purposes, man, like I just think he could be better than Kancey. That's just my opinion. The New York Giants take Dalton Kincaid. This could be a fairly easy call, as Kincaid's sticky hands and high volume capacity allows the Giants to mix up their 11 and 12 personnel groupings more frequently. That's basically saying you didn't like any of the receivers here, so you took Kincaid. I think I'd still take the shot on Addison instead if I'm the Giants. There's a lot of different ways you could go here, obviously, but yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks that the run on receivers happened like just a few picks before you. Dallas Cowboys take Drew Sanders. Let's see. I'm sorry. Did you say he played for Arkansas? Looks like Leighton Vander Esch on the field and is a linebacker who can rush passers. Feels like an automatic selection for Jerry Jones. That's funny. So I get it. I can see the fit there. I think Sanders, depending on his testing, because the way everyone's shuffling up linebacker right now, like I've seen guys low on Trenton Simpson, high on Trenton Simpson, low on Drew Sanders, high on Drew Sanders, like Dion Henley, hate Dion Henley. The only guy I've seen everyone have a consistent like, oh, he's just a good football player, is Jack Campbell, which I think could end up being linebacker one in this class. But you could also say Drew Sanders has probably better tools. Osiris Torrance is kind of a no-brainer here for the Buffalo Bills, so I'm cool with that. Their offensive line was dog water. This is interesting. Matthew Bergeron. I haven't seen him get first-round hype in a little while, and he's okay. He's taking him here. Like, he's a guy that you could play guard early on if you feel good about maybe Jonah Williams, Jackson Carman, with Leo Collins coming back from injury, which I don't think he might be not available until October, November. But like Bergeron could slide into the guard spot immediately where Volson was and played how you would expect a rookie to play, but nothing encouraging. But offensive line needs to be this pick regardless, so I'm not going to hate that this pick is offensive line. Mozzie Smith, hello. Going to the Saints. Get some meat in the middle there. Man, he had 34 reps on the bench. That was impressive. He didn't, I guess, he said maybe he tweaked something or wasn't ready to, didn't feel ready to go for whatever reason to go at the combine. He's going to do it on his pro day instead. But Bruce Feldman says this guy should test out insanely. He is the premier space eater in this class. Is that enough to get him in the first round though? Because the production's really not there when it comes to Smith. Defensive line though feels like a safe option here for the Saints. And then we got pick 30, the Philadelphia Eagles going with Brian Branch. Man, he fell far. I could easily see an explosive running back. Get it out of here. No running back in the first round for Eagles. I like the pick of Brian Branch. You saw them go out and get Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. They're not bringing him back as of right now. So Brian Branch kind of is the perfect guy to fill in that role, that spot. So I like this pick. And then Kansas City Chiefs take Derek Hall. It seems like edge rusher or defensive line in some facet is kind of a good safe projection. I'm not this high on Derek Hall. I like him more as a midday 2 guy, but it's also a very good edge class. It's really hard to like rank all these guys. This edge class is just like, I think currently in my top 50, I have 9 edge players. It's tough. I'll admit that. It is tough ranking this edge class. It's really good. But I don't mind the Chiefs going after defensive line. Kind of is what it is. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. That's it for the video. Go ahead, do the YouTube thing. As always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.